All right, so this video right here is going to be how I got ahead in life. I grew up poor, broke, family didn't have a lot of money. Basically, how I ended up being able to be successful in life, have a beautiful home with a beautiful wife, two beautiful dogs, some sugar gliders, a gecko, just living the American dream. So, this is going to be how I did it and basically a blueprint for others and how you can do it. So this is mainly going to pertain to younger kids. If you're just getting out of high school, early mid 20s, maybe even 30s, you can still follow this blueprint. This is not going to be a get easy, get rich, quick thing. Like you have to actually put in the time and the effort to be able to do this. But over the course of 5 to 10 years, I did it in 7 years. If you really hunker down and grind hard, you too can do the same thing that I did. Um, so I kind of made a little list here, little notes, so I'll go over it. Basically, I got out of high school. I wasted my time 3 to 4 years. Got out of high school, worked a job, partying, had a great time with friends. I really enjoyed my time as a civilian. I had a great job back in, I want to say, 2013, 2014, somewhere around 2014. I got a real good job in the area, small town, making 19 an hour, which in that environment and at that time was really good money. But I kind of had a different passion to go and travel because I seen everyone that worked around me. They were miserable. They worked the same job for 30, 40 years. It was just a bunch of old people that had been there. And everyone told me I was crazy for wanting to leave and go travel. So the way I was going to do that was join the military and go to the Air Force. Again, everyone told me I was crazy to do that. Don't listen to what anyone else says. Listen to what you want to do. For me, life isn't all about money. It isn't all about, how much money you can have in your bank account. That is important, but it's also about experiences. If I would have just stayed in that small town, never left, I'd be just like everyone else. So the biggest thing I can tell you is that if you're in a small town, you need to find a way to, get up and get out of there and find opportunities somewhere else. So for me, I joined the military. By no means am I telling you to join the military. You have to weigh those options yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck a lot, but there's a lot of benefits. I got to do a lot of traveling. I got to travel a good majority of the United States. I got to go to Utah. I went to Vegas many times. Been out to California. Down in Florida a lot. So I got to go all over the place. Louisiana, Biloxi, Mississippi. I mean, just up and down everywhere. So the traveling is really good, and that brought a lot of joy to my life. So if that's something that you enjoy, maybe the military is the way to go. But I joined the military. I grinded real hard. Came in as a E2, signed for 6 years, grinded real hard. I think after about a year in, I started going to college. So I got an associate's degree in nursing, and then I finished my CCAF, which is the Community College of the Air Force degree, which is which is another associate's degree, and that was for my job, which I was a mechanic in the Air Force. So I was an engine mechanic on the C-130, and I got a associate's degree in that. And then while I was in the military, I finished my bachelor's in health sciences because when you're in the military, you can go to college for free. So if you're planning on going to college, join the military may be a good idea. Again, weigh those options. The military is not for everyone. If you're not willing to work hard, this video is not for you. If you're not willing to work hard, don't join the military. We need the best of the best people in there. And, if you want to become better, then by all means, man, this thing is not focusing. If you want to become better, by all means, join and do that. That is a great thing. So yeah, just grind hard through the military, and being in the military granted me a lot of benefits. Having basically gave me the ability to be able to work on the flight line and around aircraft. So if you're trying to get ahead in life, the thing that you can do is go for some sort of trade. Again, the Air Force gave me the ability to be able to work around and on aircraft. I got into a Good God, this is terrible. I'm using a different camera here, so bear with me. Again, the Air Force gave me the ability. I was a supervisor, in the Air Force, so that gave me managerial experience as well. So I gained a lot of benefits and experience over those 7 years that I was in. So it really padded my resume. So when I came out as a civilian, I had a very, very good resume. So the biggest thing you can do is to find a trade, find something that you want to stick with it, and keep going up the ranks. Keep your nose to the grindstone and really work hard and take the opportunity. If they give you an opportunity that is better than what you're doing, if they say, hey, do you want to become a manager? And you're like, well, I'm kind of happy where I am now. No, screw that. Take the managerial job, get the experience, pad your resume, move forward with your life. It's going to benefit you greatly. Your 20s is when you just want to grind real hard and get ahead. You can grind real hard and get ahead your whole life, but the older you get, the more tired you get, and it's just easier to just suck it up and just get through it right now. So, get through that. And the biggest thing too is money. Like the Air Force, they do not pay well. The military does not pay well. So I was meal prepping all of my meals, struggling, basically paycheck to paycheck for the longest time. Lots of up and downs, with little times for friends, because spent most of the time, if I wasn't working, 8 to 12 hours a day in the Air Force, I had to go to college for 4 hours at night, and then I had to study. So I was just nonstop busy. So just know that whatever you choose, you're going to be busy, and you just need to focus on the good stuff. Like, you're going to have to put a lot of your side stuff aside, and just focus on what is going to propel you forward. Let's see. Always gone from home, so that's another part of the Air Force is, you had to TDY and deploy a lot. But sacrificing your 20s will make the rest of your life better, and that is a guarantee. I just turned 30, and from where I was in my 20s, even where I was a year ago to where I am now, is a night and day difference. I mean, my wife and I, we struggled really hard. She has her master's degree. We both finished college around the same time last year, and now the fruits of our labor, we are reaping the fruits of our labor, and it's great. And she has an amazing job here in town. I have an amazing job here in town as well. We're both doing what we want to do, and we're both making great money. So as long as you hunker down and you find what you want to do and you stick with it, you too can make great money. You just have to keep going. No one cares if you live in a dump and your car is broke when you're 20, but people do care when you're 30, okay? Get a roommate, whatever you got to do. Find some way to just struggle by and save your money. This is not financial advice by any means, but save your money. If your company matches you, put at the bare minimum what they match. Have a side account, get a Robinhood, invest in like the S&P 500. It's just the safest bet you can do. Again, this is not financial. I'm not a financial advisor. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just some idiot online. So, don't listen to me. But that's what I did, and that's how I got here. Saving the entire time, and so that's the other thing. When I got out of the military, good God Almighty. All right, so when I got out of the military, I was going to get hired at SpaceX, actually. I had my third interview set up and ready, and, that's the kind of jobs that you're able to get, and that's going to really launch you forward, is to be able to get into those, like, niche career fields. Again, for me, I chose the flight line, aerospace, career field. That nets a good bit of money, so you want to be striving for things like that. So anyway, I was on my third interview with SpaceX, and I was going to take the job down there in Cape Canaveral. We were going to move down there to Florida, but I got a call from another job, and they offered me starting out $8 more an hour. So I said, hey, I got to take that. I got to go where the money is. So unfortunately, I had to turn SpaceX down. I would love to work there. A great mission. But I live in a cheaper place in Florida, and I make more money. So it's a complete win-win. So basically, let's just go ahead and summarize this real quick. I know I was just kind of rapid firing it to you, but what you want to do is, for me personally, I went to the military. That's what propelled me forward. I was able to get a VA home loan. I was able to go to college for free. You get a lot of benefits from joining the military. Again, I'm not advocating you join the military whatsoever. The military is hard, and you got to really weigh that option. If you don't want to do that, go to freaking trade school. And if you're going to go to college, by God, only go to traditional college if you're going to be in a STEM career field. If you don't know what STEM is, look it up. It's science, medical, all this other stuff. If you're not in those career fields, it's basically you're not going to be making any money. And if you don't want any of those, again, do some sort of trade. But you have to be valuable and you have to work hard. And again, I did this in 7 years. I was completely flat broke, had not a penny to my name, and now I'm living very well, middle class. This isn't, middle class. Woo, people online probably like, oh, this guy sucks. But I'm living happy. I have a happy family. We're not struggling paycheck to paycheck like many Americans are. So the blueprint is to work hard, find a trade or a skill, go to college only for STEM. Go to college only for STEM. Save your freaking money. Don't live above your means. Like I had it was 20. We moved the end of 2021, was it? 2022. Yeah, so we moved 2022. We had to rent a home that was $800 a month. You can't get a home for $800 a month anymore. It just doesn't exist. So live below your means, save your money, don't buy any flashy vehicle, okay? I drive a cheapo Ford Escape, okay? Maybe I'll bloop it up, picture up here, maybe not, but it's completely paid off, and you want to save that money and put it towards your investments, because that's how you're going to be able to live happy, and be able to actually retire, because, you're not going to be able to retire if you're not living below your means, so, I don't know. This video is kind of all over the place. I got a new setup here, new camera. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out on the computer. But I don't know. If this helped you in any way, shape, or form, leave a like and a comment. Let me know. If you want more content like this, I plan on making more just talking content to try and help people. And maybe I'll make some more bullets and kind of try to be a little more concrete as I'm talking, so I'm not all over the place. I'm just coming back to YouTube. I've been off for a year. I got out of the military, moved, got a brand new job, got married, bought a brand new house. So this has been an extremely busy but extremely rewarding and great year for me, for both of us. So, Anyway, this video is probably way too long, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'll have more long-form content like this coming in the future. So if you want to see anything or you have any questions specifically pertaining to my story, that I can kind of go in more detail and help you out, by all means, leave it down there. I'll either comment or create another video to help you out. If you have questions about the military, I can go ahead and make a video about that as well. Like I said, I did 7 years, so, I have some sort of experience when it comes to that. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully that helps you. If you're in your early 20s or 18 or whatever, just getting out of high school, if this video finds you, please listen to it and please follow it. And, and make the right choices in life, because time, you can't get it back. And if you're, screwing around in your 20s, and now you have to sacrifice your 30s and work real hard later, you're going to regret it. So there's that. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope y'all have a great day. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.